Art is a form of personal expression, and for me personally, it's more of a stress reliever.
It's a form of expression. It's kind of how you put yourself down onto paper.
Art is an expression of somebody's ideas, and anyone who puts pen to paper, paintbrush to canvas, or lens to a scene is making art.
The type of art that I like to do is concept art, usually based in science fiction. I do a lot of biology, some mechanical things. I draw a lot of weapons and warfare, things of that nature.
I'd have to say the kind of artist I am, it's a cross between realism and expressionism. I like to put more of my feelings and kind of surrealism into all of my artwork. I want it to be real, but I want it to be thoughtful, and I want it to be expressing what I feel as a person. I'm not one of those people to just look at something and do it. I have to make it my own.
I like realism, but I don't always achieve it. I like to dabble in different areas of that, but I like nature. I like scenery. That's what I'm really good at. Rocks and trees. I like water too, but that's hard to achieve.
I'm an artist because my father drew with me when I was a little kid. Instead of reading us bedtime stories, he would draw pictures with my brother and I just always continued it throughout my life. For me, it helps me to organize my thoughts. It's a way to express inspiration and develop new inspiration.
44 years. I started drawing when I was 9 years old, when I figured out that the coloring books weren't all that interesting, that I could actually make better things on my own.
I'd have to say the most important thing about art would be expressing yourself and getting your thoughts down on paper and being happy with it, because it's always going to be, I hate my work, or I'm not happy with it, and you want to perfect it and work at it until it's unworkable, but you have to learn to cope with it, and you have to learn to accept your ideas for what they are. And it's a comfortability stage, and it's like self-actualization. And it's a big chapter, and it's something that you keep going through and moving through, and it's going to be an ever-ending journey.
Art is important because it is a form of expression. It's how you get your ideas into a visual form to share with other people. It's important because it, like I said, is a stress reliever. I could get lost in my own world when I'm drawing things and painting things. I can create my own world around me, and nobody can tell me what it has to look like or can't look like. It's all from my own imagination and whatever happens to be inspiring me at the time.
Every day I think about art. Hopefully I can do stained glass forever. Painting and drawing, I mean, you could be 90 years old, you could be 100 years old, and you'll still do that. If you get a tick, it just makes things more interesting.
A couple of artists that inspire me. For starters, H.R. Geiger. He did a lot of surrealist biomechanical concept work, and his designs eventually became the alien for the Ridley Scott movie Alien, and then the continuing franchise. I like biological things, and so that really does it for me. Also, Roger Dean, who did a lot of things with dragons and floating islands, which I have a strange fascination with.
And also Roger Dean, he was a 60s, 70s psychedelic artist, and his work was just phenomenal. And I mean, you look at it and you're like, oh, he was on drugs. I mean, who cares? His art was probably some of the best that I've ever seen, and the most creative by far.
Monet, Rembrandt, Nadia Garver, Joe, what the heck's his name? Chalupa. Oh God, he is fantastic. I have a lot of his art. Yeah. Everybody inspires me.
I would have to say my goals for myself artistically would definitely be to start tattooing and be a professional tattoo artist. I also plan to be a fine arts professor, and I plan to teach at College for Creative Studies in the future. I'm going to College for Creative Studies in the fall, and I'll be majoring in fine arts and art education. And I'll be working with K through 12 kids while I'm going to school there. And basically, I just want it to kick off, and I just want to have a fun life ahead of me and be creating art until the day I die, and just be happy about it and leave people with some of the best works of art that I can and be proud of it.
When I retire, I'd like to set up my own little art store on Etsy and see if I can sell my stained glass, maybe some of my paintings too. You know, artistically, I would really like to conquer water. You know, ocean waves, make them look crystal clear, and all the foamy, wonderful stuff on top. I want to do that so bad. So I just have to keep plugging away.
I plan on continuing in art, basically for the rest of my life, or at least until my hands are no longer intact and functioning. The forms of art that I do are drawing, painting, and a little bit of sculpture, and all of those require intact digits. So as long as I can keep that part together, then I think we're good.
I think I will continue for as long as I can. I'm just like my aunt and my cousin. Until our fingers fall off, we're going to keep doing art, and we're going to keep expressing ourselves, and we're going to keep trying to create something beautiful that is special to us. And I'm going to be that 80-year-old lady with a paint-spattered smock up by myself in my room painting on an easel until I die.